Yes, yes, y'all. It's your boy DJ Klyph, man, and we are back again with another episode of Klyph Notes. You know, it's where we just have conversations with good people doing good things, man. Just a part of the 3-7 network. All the things that we're doing, including Welcome to the Neighborhood, DJ Klyph presents all of that. So, this is just another part of that. Remember, you can check out Welcome to the Neighborhood every Saturday night on X-Ray FM 107.1, 91.1 in Portland, Oregon. Also streaming live worldwide at www.xray.fm. And also remember that you can stay connected via the website djklyph.com. It's djklyph.com. And then, of course, all over social media at DJ Klyph, at djklyph. And we still out there, looking for opportunities to connect with some local businesses or whatever. If you are down to get behind what we're doing, if you're interested in sponsoring a podcast, just reach out and let me know, man. I'm trying to get that sponsorship from Sizzle Pie Pizza because I be eating all their pizza all the time. So, if you're down to make the connect, just holler at your boy. All right, man. So I'm really excited about this one. This one has been a long time coming. Me and this cat connected a while ago, originally through Welcome to the Neighborhood, and he's still in the Northwest, but is relocated, so it's harder to catch up to this brother. And now he's like about to blow, super. So I had to definitely connect with him before, while I could, because he about to be big time. But yo, man, let everybody know who you are.
What up? I'm from Klyph, man. It's your boy Dupre. You already know what it is, man. Excited to be here again.
Yes.
Back next hood. How you doing, bro?
No doubt, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Like I said, it's been a minute since you've been down here in the PDX. You moved up north, man. What's up with that, B?
Yeah, man. Had to move back to Seattle. Kind of felt like all my time in Portland was kind of used up. Kind of felt like I used up all my time there, so I kind of moved back to Seattle, came back home, be close to the family, and man, I do miss Portland. And I'll be back there in like a week, so I have to come see you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Have to get you back on the show, man. So now you've been real busy though since you've been back up north. I know when we first connected, I'm not even sure how we first connected, but you had done some production. It may have been through Jay Burns. You had done some production with him, and then you had done some production with Casso. Maybe that's how we connected.
I think it was both. I know they were both on the debut album, so I think I contacted you about that, and we kind of rapped about both of those guys at the same time. So yeah,
no doubt. So it's interesting because listening to the product, the music that you were making when you were here, and listening to what you're doing now, there's a difference, man. You kind of flipped the script a little bit, baby.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Progress, man. I think that's like been the number one main motto since I moved back home, between me and my friends and everybody that's been helping me out. I think the biggest thing that we've been preaching to each other is just progress, man. Progress and making sure that everything we do is 100 times better than the last thing that we did, because it has to be, you know what I mean, in order to get to where we're trying to get to. So just got to keep each other going and progressing, man. Make sure that we're not staying in the same place and staying inspired, man. Trying to do something a little different. We listen to a lot of music, a lot of Northwest music, and we just don't want to have like a specific sound. We're really trying to do something that's like really, really universal and unheard of, and just like something that everybody could really vibe with. So I'm really proud of this new music and this new vision and direction, man. Like we're really focused right now. So
no doubt, chopping up my man Dupre. But speak on that right quick, man, because I know that oftentimes that's the move that folk make. You feel like I'm in an area and I really want to work hard to represent the area that I'm from. But your sound is a little bit more open and possibly has the potential to reach a wider audience because it doesn't necessarily have what you say is a Northwest sound, or are you working on creating a Northwest sound?
I'm not really working on creating a Northwest sound. I think I'm working on creating just a sound that's unique enough and big enough to really inspire people to really just open their minds all the way up. Having a Northwest sound would be cool. I feel like Jake One is like the guy. If you're gonna say that there is a Northwest sound, I think Jake One would be the guy that you would probably put that stamp on.
Okay.
But I kind of don't want to be in that box of just like a Northwest sound. I really want to bring like a universal brand to the Northwest more than anything. I feel like we are the only ones that have yet to have like a Def Jam or a Bad Boy or a Young Money or No Limit or something like that. So more than anything, I'm trying to bring the first universal brand to the Northwest versus just the sound. So
got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's what's up, B. Chopping it up with my man Dupre. Well, let's go back, man. Talk a little bit about like where it all started for you in terms of doing this art.
It all started back in high school, man. Like junior year, I think I was 17, something like that. And a good friend of mine, his name is Roger. He goes by 10-4 Roger. He's actually pretty popular, well-known producer in Seattle. He knew I was kind of interested in music. So he kind of like called me over to his house one day, and I went over there, and he showed me Fruity Loops and kind of showed me how to sequence right there, and I ended up just making beats like all day. I don't remember eating. I don't remember eating. I think we just stayed in his garage on the computer for like 14 hours just trying to figure this out, and then that's when it was a wrap from there, man. The next day I was just like, my life is over. So ever since I was 17, man, just trying to figure out what I need to do to become a producer, I guess, to make real music. So yeah, 17, man, that's when it all started.
Wow.
It's been a long journey since, but you know, it don't stop.
No doubt, man. So is that your still one of your tools of choice in terms of production? Do you still mess with Fruity Loops?
I do. I still mess with Fruity Loops. I'm still upgrading constantly every year whenever they come out with something new. As far as sequencing, anyway. I use a couple different programs. I'm still on Cool Edit Pro. I don't know if you've heard of that, but that was like old school back in the day. Like it's one of the first.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. If you watch like certain shows now, like old shows like on Sci-Fi Channel, they still be using it. It's kind of funny. Those networks and stuff. But I use that for like my sampling and just stuff like that. But yeah, mostly Fruity Loops. That's still my weapon of choice for sure.
No doubt. Yeah. Chopping up with my man Dupre. Man, I'm jumping around here a little bit, man, but I was checking out the Tumblr, and man, what is Ocean's 85 Sonics, man? I know that's a part of connected with the album, but what exactly is Ocean's 85 Sonics?
Yeah, that's the brand, man. That's I don't know if I want to call it a label, even though I am sort of picking up artists and you know, artists of all spectrums. Sorry about that.
No, you could.
Artists all spectrums, from filmmakers to graphic designers to actual, you know, musicians and artists and things like that. But Ocean's 85 is the brand, man. That's the company. That's the production company. Me and a friend of mine out in Boston, Joseph Young, we started that last summer. And, that's the movement, man. That's the brand. Ocean's 85. We're trying to make that the brand, the go-to brand in the Northwest. So
That's what's up, man. The stills that you have on the Tumblr page are dope, man. How many of these are yours?
Those are actually all from a homie of mine named Juan Lazaro. He's a photographer, oceans photographer, actually,
Okay.
and he does a lot of traveling and a lot of shooting. And he just kind of, I told him that's his playground, man. He could do whatever he wants with a Tumblr, and he just kind of runs everything by me before we post it up. And yeah, man, that's Juan. Shout out to Juan Lazaro, man.
That's what's up, man. So if y'all on the Tumblr thing, man, you got to check this out, man. Oceans 85 Sonics, 085S. So what's the story behind the name, man?
Oceans to me just represents like kind of what we talked about as far as being as open-minded as possible. I kind of feel like the ocean is just this big, unlimited playground of whatever it is. So oceans to me just kind of represents being open-minded to the max. 85 is that's my birth year, of course.
Okay.
And Sonics really is kind of a double play between actual sound and Sonics, because I feel like that's something, that's a word, and that's a thing that's not really emphasized as much these days when it comes to conversations with producers and things. And also it's a play between the Seattle Supersonics, so bring it back in some kind of way while we could. But yeah, man, Oceans 85 Sonics.
That's what's up.
I wanted to come up with a name that was like, I felt that could be the most universal name, you know what I mean? That could be something that kids and everybody could sort of recognize and be proud to even say it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some crazy brand names out there, man. I don't know. I want to do something that was like, yeah, that made sense.
That's what's up, V. Man, speaking of the Sonics, dude, I heard that there was just there was an event up there just this past weekend, man. Like a gathering to bring the Sonics back, man.
I haven't heard about that. I know they do the Seattle Pro-Am every summer. That's like
yeah, that's what it was actually.
Okay, well, yeah, they get all the basketball players up. I heard about that too. I guess Kemp and Peyton was teammates this year or something like that, and shut it down. But
that's what I heard. That's crazy.
That's that every year, man, and that's like a big deal. Like a lot of people go to that, and that's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like how we sort of celebrate our Sonics every year, kind of. But yeah. I don't know. It's a kind of weird community thing, but it's dope. Like a lot of people get excited about it. So shout out to the homie Vershawn Cottrell, man. He's like big on that. He plays in it every year. He's like one of the top names in the game every year. So him and Jamal Crawford, like So
that's whatever. That's what's up, man. Chopping up with Dupre, man. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this album a little bit, though, man, because it's pretty dope. You dropped it. I got to pull it up right quick because you just recently dropped it, and when you sent it to me to check out, I was, like I said, it was different from what I'd heard you do in the past, but it's still dope, man. What was the actual date that you dropped it?
I dropped it June 9th last month. That was actually my mom's birthday.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make that like a traditional thing. My first album dropped on my birthday. Second album dropped on mom's birthday. So hopefully the next album we could try to do it on my sister's birthday. Okay. Which is in December. So yeah.
Okay. You got 10 tracks on here, man. I got a couple that I really dig. I dig Red Ocean Waves for sure.
That's been the number one favorite, man. Like,
is that right?
Seriously. Yeah, that's been the number one. I think I've gotten more feedback about that track than any other track. Like, that track's been extremely popular, so I might have to do something to that, do some visuals or something for that, because yeah, it's been a lovely turnaround for that track for sure.
No doubt, man. Well, speak on the project in whole, man. Indigo Vacation. The title is the title of the project. It's available on iTunes. It's available on all the digital stores.
Yeah, it's available everywhere, man. Literally everywhere you can find it. So
And then
it's kind of crazy to say.
did you do physicals?
I didn't do physicals. No,
Okay.
no, we just did the digital platforms and then took advantage of all of them. So
No doubt. So it's everywhere, man. Wherever you buy your music from, go and scoop it because the project is nice. Talk about the visuals on the album artwork is nice, man. Where'd that come from?
thank you, man. That comes from a good friend of mine. His name is Daryl Reese out here in Seattle. He does a lot with like Cube 93 radio station, and he's a well-known documentarian out here.
Okay.
He just posted some random pictures on his Instagram one day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have Instagram. I just saw the link on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I just clicked it, and he just posted like these like a bunch of amazing photos that he took just in the forest. I didn't even ask him where it was. I asked him if they were his, and he was like, "Yeah, man." You know, I told him right then and there. I was like, "I gotta snatch that." So took it, and I held on to it for like a couple months, and then once the album got closer to completion, I kind of knew what I wanted to do with it. So sent it to another friend in Portland, A.G. Haley, aka Shake That. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's like a popular DJ out there.
Okay.
And he ended up finishing it up for me as far as adding all the fonts and the text and stuff like that. So shout out to Daryl Reese and A.G. Haley for hooking that up.
No doubt. It's really dope, man. That the visuals on there are really dope.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like how it I just like how it like that sort of unknown feeling of what it looks like as far as where that takes place in the woods with the big redwood trees and stuff, and the lone car in the road. So it's kind of, yeah, I like that a lot.
No doubt. The title of the project is Indigo Vacation. Speak on that right quick.
Yeah. Indigos, man. The last, I don't know, year or so, I've been kind of really into this whole indigo child movement. For those who aren't familiar with what an indigo is the definition of an indigo is someone who possesses, quote unquote, something special about them that can contribute to changing the world for the better. So to me, this indigo movement, there's artists like Rory, I don't know if you've heard of him. He was just on the Double XL freshman cover. Jaden Smith, just guys like that. Guys, Childish Gambino, J. Cole, Kendrick, guys who are preaching a certain message and trying to do things for the better. Those are examples of indigos.
Yeah.
I kind of consider myself one of them. And the vacation part of it was really just exactly what it is. It was kind of like a vacation for people like us who, thinkers, I should say.
Yeah.
Vacation for thinkers and dreamers and people who just like to think different and do different things and be themselves and not caught up in today's crazy society. So it's a vacation for thinkers and just people and kids who want to be free and different, man, who want to just be normal. So
that's what's up.
Vacation. Yeah.
It's funny, man, because I've been on this planet long enough to have seen sort of changes in the genre of hip hop, and to see that there is I don't want to say movement, because I think sometimes that term can get overused and then lose some of its meaning, but just sort of this change in awareness of the impact that we have when we have a platform, whether that be an audio platform or visual platform. We get the ear of a group of people. There just seems to be a greater awareness of the impact that we can have. And when you talk about just that, the artists that you mentioned and the direction that they're going, the direction that you're going, and what you're presenting to the masses, it seems different than what was happening in this genre in the last 10 years, I would say. So that's purposeful then. I mean, you're not just putting beats out there, like you're trying to impact people whose ear you have.
Yeah, we're really trying to change like the vibrations and the soundscape completely, man. I feel like it starts with that, and once you get people to just making lighter music. A lot of the stuff in the past year, a lot of the trap stuff, and just a lot of music in general was just really dark, and that inspires young up and coming musicians to do that. So a lot of the stuff sounds the same, and that also sort of interferes with the mind. So, you know, we're really trying to change the vibrations and inspire people to like lighten up the world again. It's really dark right now, so if we could start with that, get people to appreciate the lighter things again, then yeah, we could definitely make some big changes. But it starts with that, man. There's a lot going on right now, so we got to change the frequencies and the vibrations first, and get people like really open-minded and like positive again before we can do anything. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's deep. Yeah. Chopping it up with Dupre. So the album has, like you said, it's been out for just over a month now, and you've gotten some good feedback. I've seen some articles written in terms of giving the album some love, man. What's next specifically with the album? Are you planning on doing anything live with the album? Because I know you've connected, and I want to talk about some of the artists that you have on this project. But are you thinking about doing anything live with it, where people can come and check you out?
I haven't got to that point yet. I'm not like into the performing and DJing thing yet. I do plan on shooting some short films for it.
Okay.
Slash music videos. I don't like to call them music videos anymore. So I plan on shooting some visuals for it, and what was the rest of the question? I'm sorry.
Just that, man. Or just a way to connect with people in a live event. I mean, I think it would be dope if you were to do, maybe an event where you could share the visuals that you do with people in a live setting.
We have some really, really big ideas about that, actually, because of the fact that I don't perform. I don't know how deep I want to go into the ideas yet, but they do involve art galleries.
Gotcha.
And pretty much trying to figure out how we could really turn this art that we call art into art. You know what I mean? And make it an exhibit for real. So I'll leave it there because I don't know who's listening.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. Well, when you get to that place and you're ready to make some announcements, man, definitely let me know so I can help put the word out. Because I think that it would be pretty dope to be able to share it with folk in a live setting and be able to interact and get that live response with everyone present. Maybe seeing some of the stuff for the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the artwork has a lot to do with that too. There's a reason why the artwork looks the way it does, and there's a reason why in the future we're really gonna like focus on the artwork and making it as collectible as possible, so we can really embrace the artwork along with the music. And we got some cool ideas, man. We're really trying to like bring the definition of art back to art. There's a lot of stuff missing in art right now, so trying to do some cool, different stuff, man. Like, yeah, should be interesting. Should be an interesting year or so coming up, to say the least. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Chopping it up with my man Dupre. His latest release, Indigo Vacation, is available right now at all your digitals, man. So you've got You've got some artists on the project, man. Besides yourself, who've done some things, man. You got AJ Wan, Patrick Lamar. Who else you got on here? Was it Brian Yaguchi? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Brian Yaguchi, Amber Rose. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like you said that you don't want to necessarily call it an album. Can we, would it be, or a label? Would it be fair to call it a collective in terms of building with other artists?
Definitely, man. Most definitely. These are all people that I built relationships with over the years. Brian Yaguchi, man, I've known him since 6th grade, so since I was like 12 years old, man. And he moved away for a while, then he moved back, and he ended up moving back like a block away from me. So yeah, he lives right down the street, and we just like sort of bounce ideas back and forth. AJ1, Amber Rose, and Patrick Lamar are all from Portland, so I met them all while I was living in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
I met AJ after releasing the first album. He kind of reached out after seeing the Revelations video.
Yeah.
And me and him we've been really close the last year and a half or so. AJ's, man, he's a great dude, man. He's a special dude right there. Passionate dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ. Patrick Lamar as well. He's a talented up and coming R&B singer from Portland. And as well as Amber Rose. She's from Portland. She's in a group called Roses and Whiskey, and they kind of do some shows around Portland. So you should check them out if you get a chance.
Definitely,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Shout out to all those guys. Thank all you guys for your help, man. Hard work. Definitely makes something special for sure.
The idea of continuing to build with people that you've connected with is, I think, is dope, and I think that's one of the things that can help any sort of a collective maintain the run over a longer piece, which I know is something that's important to you. That your goal is not to just put out music for right now, but to put out music for the next generation as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. All these relationships that are being built, they're definitely not just work relationships. We've all definitely grown as friends, and we keep in touch, and yeah. I mean, my idea for this collective, I mean, it's really about, it starts with relationships, man, with friendships, and you go from there. If you guys are friends, then everything you do after that is, it's pretty easy to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not trying to build a label. I'm really just trying to build a family more than anything, and a platform for other people like myself to really shine and do what they want to do. So yeah, so that's really what this whole thing is about, man. Really bringing that brand that we've never had out here, man. We need that playground for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. As an artist who is moving in that direction, what are your thoughts on other groups who have a similar idea, a similar plan, maybe, in terms of crossing over and building even a larger community? Now that you sort of put this out there and people know what you're working on, have you had the experience of people reaching out to you and saying, hey, this is what we're doing over here, or has everything been I hate to say separate, because again that sounds negative, but people just doing their own thing versus looking to collab?
Yeah, I've always been about reaching out and networking. So ever since I can remember, before my first album came out,
Mm-hmm.
and the main thing that I always did was just sort of reach out to artists and people that I felt could make an impact. So that was never really an issue, and it was never about cliques and separation to me. I always kind of looked at everyone in their situation and still felt like we could still build together. It doesn't really matter about, what they have going on. And I'm really close with Stuart Villain. He's got the whole
My name is Stuart.
Yeah. He's got a lot going on. He's everywhere, you know what I mean? And he's got the Sore Losers thing going on, and even with that, I still reach out to him, and we still talk as if we're like free agents, and we're just trying to figure out how we're gonna really bring this thing together. So I don't know if the separation. I don't really experience the separation as much as other people do, and I think that's from experience of me reaching out to artists before they get a chance to reach out to me, just because I'm that kind of producer. I'm really trying to break new artists, man, so I don't wait until they get popping to reach out to them. I check them out when I can, and I reach out right away, and usually I get a response right away, so
that's what's up.
I don't know if that answers
no, it does. It does, man, because I think that you mentioned an artist like Stuart, who similar to what you've demonstrated, an artist who can produce. Like sometimes I hear Stuart do something and it throws me, man. Just like I talked about after hearing like a project like Blue Dreams, Red Nightmares, and then hearing what you're doing now, it's like, man, you guys are so are just so skilled in not crossing over, but expressing art through different audible forms that could catch a brother off guard, man.
He's really open-minded, man. That's why he's like my favorite producer. As far as out of the Northwest goes, he's just so open-minded, and he's just not afraid to try anything. So I get emails from him all the time, and he'll send me a bunch of new stuff that he's working on, and then every track is just ridiculously different because he's just that type of guy. He'll never be in a box, and yeah, man. If you're an artist and you want to work with Stu, man, you really got to be on some other, like, you just got to be open-minded for real.
No doubt.
He's dope.
No doubt. Chopping up with my man Dupre. So this album is out there. I know that you're working on some other things, though. As you're continuing to build on Indigo Vacation, like you talked about with visuals and stuff. But from a production standpoint, I know you have a few other things in the works. Anything that you can share with the masses at this point? Anything that we can, let people know what to get ready for?
First and foremost, man, we got the young prodigy named Dante Thomas from Portland coming up. Me and him have been building really, really close the last 6 months or so, just kind of working on his album and direction and his sound. I really want, out of all the up and coming artists that are coming out of the Northwest right now, I really want Dante as an artist to stand out as he is already, but I really want his sound to really just kick some doors down for him. So we're working hard on Dante right now. We're shooting a video soon with Tim Slew and Sound Labs. We just kind of set that up last week, actually. So
okay,
watch out for that. I got something coming with a young female artist out of Compton.
That's what's up.
She goes by the name of Christine Carter. You could look her up right now on like YouTube. She goes by C Carter. She is Juicy J's newest female artist, and man, she's really really dope. I think people are gonna like her, especially in today's female rap hip hop category, man. I think if people are really digging like Dej Loaf and Tank and stuff like that, man, I think they're gonna really dig this chick from Compton whose story is ridiculous. And yeah, I'm excited about her. So we got something with her coming out, and we got a few other things, man, but I'm really just trying to like get both feet in the door right now, and I'm working on some investment things and trying to do something big for Oceans and really turn this brand into something big. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But besides the obvious of going out and purchasing the album Indigo Vacation, what are other ways that people can really get behind and support the movement?
I did put it up for stream. It's up on SoundCloud. As far as supporting the movement, that's what we're working on. We have a clothing line coming out. The Oceans 85 clothing brand is coming out pretty soon.
Oh, that's what's up.
Really excited about that, man. I'm really trying to like do something really cool with that. I think that's gonna be the first like real way that they can support the brand.
Yeah.
But as far as the music, I think that's going to be taken care of. I don't know, I can't really say like go stream this, go purchase that, go do that. As far as the music goes,
Mm-hmm.
I think people would just have to see soon when we really kick this thing into full gear and go from there. So. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Well, no, but speak on the clothing brand for a minute, man. I mean, what's the idea behind that? What do you folk think that you'll present for the masses to check out?
Something universal. I kind of look at brands like Polo and Abercrombie or something like that.
Yeah.
Just as far as how universal their brands are,
Mm-hmm.
and how everybody can wear it. I really want this to be something that everybody can wear anywhere. You can wear it streetwear, you can wear it to work, you can wear it wherever you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Something fresh, but not too fresh. Something that like DJ Klyph couldn't wear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I'm really into clothes, but I'm not like super high fashion like that. I really want to wear my own stuff. So lately I've been like really into joggers. I love like the jogger sweats with like the cuff ankles and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's like first on the plate, and yeah, really just trying to do something that's not just like buy my hoodie, buy my t-shirt.
Right.
I really want to make stuff that people need, and that people will be proud to wear. A logo and a brand that looks good. That looks good and feels good. So yeah, that goes. This is my first time even that. So it's kind of weird, but it's I'm excited, man. Excited to try something new outside of music and do something different. See what we can do.
That's what's up, man. I love the approach that you're taking, in moving the brand forward, man. I think that you are going to be nothing but successful because of the way that you're going about doing it, and just being so inclusive in the process, and really, like you spoke on, really looking at the artistic side of it and being very focused, mindful of putting out product that is positive and moving in that direction, man. I mean, I think going that route, you have nothing but blessings coming your way, my man.
I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. I think that's the only way, man. It's the only way. We just have to get back to making stuff that people need, making stuff that is actually contributing to something, um, and helping someone or something, you know what I mean, and not just yourself. I think once we get back to that and get out of the capitalist mindset, we'll be all right. So I appreciate that for sure.
No doubt, man. So now you talked about Dante Thomas, and you talked about some of the other things that you're working on. B, you're only 3 hours away, man. So as you get further or closer to doing these releases with people, man, I got to get you back on. Got to get you back on the radio show, man. You know, got to get you back down here in the PDX, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be down there often. So yeah, man, we definitely gonna make that happen. And yeah, man, that's priority number one, is just getting back out there and seeing people again. And I've been kind of in the man cave for the last 6 months or so. So that's really what this investment thing that I have going on is about, is giving me the opportunity to sort of move around as I wish, and to come see you and other people whenever I feel like it. So yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. Dupre, the latest project is Indigo Vacation. Like I said, I can say y'all need to go cop this, because for a number of reasons. One, just because it's such a really good project. Audibly, you put together, I think, just a great project sonically, and people need to go check it out. Also, just get behind the Oceans 85 Sonics movement, and just support a good brother doing good things. My man, Dupre. B, what else is up, man? What else you doing? I mean, I know this is taking up the majority of your time. What else you got going on now?
Man, really, I mean, I just quit my job.
Oh!
to do more of this. So if it wasn't taking up my time before, it's really gonna take it up now.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I've just been like enjoying the weather and trying to get my mind right, and just trying to, like, I guess, trying to prepare for whatever could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just trying to stay positive, man. Do me. I haven't been doing too much. Man, outside of music, maybe just playing a bunch of video games or something like that. That's pretty much what I do. Me and Stuart, man. Pretty much whenever I log on to like PlayStation Network, he's on there. So, but we're not talking about music, man. We're talking about like video games and just chilling and regular stuff. So,
got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
Man. Well, so let me put this out there for Dante Thomas, and for the other folk who are connected with Oceans 85, who are located in Portland. Hit me up, man, DJ Klyph, all over social media, and let's continue to build the sort of the Portland side of what Oceans 85 Sonics is doing, and let's grow this for real. My man Dupre, bro, like I said, it's been way too long, man, but it's been dope to be able to connect like this, man, and just look forward to just continue to watch you grow, man. Just watch what you're doing. I think it's pretty amazing.
Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate that. And vice versa, man. I see you over there. I'm X-Ray now, and I see the Welcome to the Neighborhood brand growing for sure. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to watching you grow as well. And yeah, man, it should be interesting real soon in the Northwest. I think it's gonna get really interesting out here, man. So I think all of us are gonna be right in the thick of it. Everybody who we talked about, we're all gonna be right in the middle of it. So I'm excited, man. Excited to see what we do.
No doubt, good things are coming for sure. Yo, man, let everybody know right quick, if they wanna follow you directly, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, New Day Dupre, just New Day Dupre. And you can follow the Tumblr as well, the o85s.tumblr.com. And I just got on SoundCloud as well. Like I just just got my SoundCloud before the album. I'm not really big into like too much of the social media stuff. I don't have Instagram. I've never done Instagram, so you can follow Oceans85 on SoundCloud as well. So yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, for all the listeners out there, man, depending on how you're listening to this, remember that you can download the Klyph Notes podcast. It's available on iTunes. We'll link it on SoundCloud. Actually, you can get it there. You can get it through the website djklyph.com, or subscribe. Whatever way you listen to podcasts, you can subscribe and just get the updates of this podcast as well. Once again, just continue to build with the network, DJ Klyph, all over social media, DJ Klyph. Great interviews with artists like Dupre are available. We've got interviews that we're lined up, and we just want to continue to bring you information on good people who are doing good things that you definitely want to be aware of and stay connected with. Dupre, my man, like I said, B, thank you so much, man. Really looking forward to seeing what's coming next, and just to continue to promote what you're doing, my man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's always a pleasure, bro. It's always a pleasure.
For real. All right, B.
Neighborhood, for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah, man.
For all of the listeners out there, man, thank you so much for supporting, continue to support, and just continue to stay tuned. All right, y'all.